It's a beautiful day in Malcolm's world. I try to always stay upbeat and positive all the time. That's just me. That's what I do. So today is January 8th. Today is January the 8th, and this is my video blog. I'm continuing on my path of developing my YouTube with, my personal endeavors on the back end, and I'm really gonna, start creating the content or documenting the content of the things that I do so that you guys can see it as I'm doing my YouTube. I'm going to give you guys as many tips, tricks, and things that I use and I do to, make my content, because I do make a lot of it. This week, my focus was to really take it up a notch on TikTok and on Instagram Reels. And I know I've been telling a lot of people that you can interchange and flip-flop and repurpose. That's the word that I'm going to use. You can repurpose the two, Instagram Reels for TikTok and TikTok for Instagram Reels. Now, real quick little tidbit of advice. If you have, sometimes I have the watermark on my videos from TikTok to Instagram Reels because sometimes the sound is a little off, slightly off. So I've been trying to figure that out, figure a way around that. But for the most part, a lot of my videos don't have watermarks on it from Instagram Reels over to TikTok and from TikTok over to Instagram Reels. So if you guys want the applications, just leave a comment and I'll give you guys the apps that I use to take the watermarks off of those videos. But this week, I've just been really trying to understand my time. I've been getting into a cadence of creating content where when I'm feeling motivated, where I'm feeling good, I'll try to knock out 10 to 12 videos all at one time. I'll knock them all out all at one time. I want to start doing more videos outside of course, my blue room. A lot of people are accustomed to seeing my blue room, but I want to start making TikToks outside of this particular room. And which I have before. It's just, when I get motivated, I just happen to be in my room, right? But, this week, it's just been really figuring out the cadence of how I want to create my content. I've been taking master classes so that I can see what other content creators are doing in order to incorporate into my own personal plan or into my own personal thing that I'm trying to do in terms of creating my own brand. It's so much easier to create brands for other people, but when you're trying to do it for yourself, it's much harder. And I'm really seeing that as I'm trying to be intentional in 2022 about creating content for myself and putting out content every day for myself. It's much harder than creating content for other people or clients or what have you. But yeah, this week, I just really been focusing on, like I said, that cadence. I've been sitting in the house so that I won't spend any money being an entrepreneur. I've noticed that as soon as you leave the house, you spend money. As soon as you leave the house, you spend money. So, this is just me really coming into some things in 2022, really being intentional about holding on to my money, creating more content, and being more purposeful about reaching out to people who I have relationships with, right? So I be telling my boy Nudie all the time, yo, I got to do a better job at tapping into my relationships, right? I gotta do a better job. I just don't do a well enough job at tapping into my relationships. And what they say, your network is your net worth, and that's really true. Don't think that that's just a cliche thing. That's really true. So I've been really being intentional about tapping into my network more in order to build my net worth, but not even just for the net worth. It's a lot of people who I'm just genuinely cool with, so I'm just tapping in a lot more with that. But like I said, I've just been doing a lot of studying this week so that I can implement into my own strategies. I just been really taking the time to learn. NFTs has been at the top of my list, how to run Facebook ads a lot better, and just really creating this cadence of putting out content every single day. I was trying to do 2 videos on multiple platforms along with Facebook and LinkedIn. I know we're actually in the planning phases, and it's a lot. Everything is a lot. Being an entrepreneur is a lot. We're in the planning phases of our Spending Black Matters pop-up shop. It's going to be our first pop-up shop, and it is going to be dope. February 26th, we're planning right now. It's going to be at the Wilmington Library, and just doing things on the back end it's just a lot of work. But thank God for the team. Thank God for the people I have around me, because they've made things a lot easier for me, and they've put me in a space to help me to execute the things that I need to get done. But it's also things off the screen that I'm doing as well that people don't know about, and I'll talk about that later once some other things go through. But one thing that I've really learned this week is, what are the things that I could do to give myself more time? How can I give myself more time to do the things that I like? Everybody talks about balance all the time, but sometimes I be feeling like balance just doesn't exist. Balance is a tough thing. I'm still on the fence about this whole balance thing. I'm still trying to figure it out. So bear with me as I'm walking through that journey as well. Another thing that I really understood is that, it's cool for y'all to have a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 ain't for me. But, if people want to have a 9 to 5 and then have a side hustle, you got to have a side hustle in these days because, the world is crazy. You got to have a side hustle. But, I find myself, entrepreneurs in general, if you're really getting to it, you work much harder as an entrepreneur than your regular 9 to 5, because your 9 to 5 is like finite. Entrepreneurship is like, it just keeps going. At least that's how it's been for me. I work much harder. I put in a lot more hours because if I don't hustle, I don't eat. So I'm just trying to figure a lot of stuff out, and I want you guys take this journey with me as I'm trying to figure this stuff out. So that's why I'm trying to be as transparent as I can when I'm making these videos, so that I can really capture my own personal journey, and also be in a space to hopefully give perspective to other people, and for those people to give perspective back to me, because I am a growing individual. I'm trying to make it happen just like everybody else. I'm not trying, I'm making it happen just like everybody else. So that's why I really wanted to be intentional about making these blogs and putting my story out there, so that I can go back and see how far I've come. So anyway, subscribe, whatever you do here on YouTube, subscribe, like, boom, 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 whoop, whoop. And follow the journey, y'all. I'll be doing this. I'm trying to put out 2 to 3 YouTube videos. I'm trying to put out 2 to 3 videos, 2 to 3 YouTube videos out every week. As I'm learning, I'll teach. And if you guys are learning, teach me. I'm very open to learning. So that's just some of the things that's happening, or that has happened this week. So yeah, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Subscribe, Malcolm Locks everywhere. Blue, 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 whoop, whoop. Peace out.